we didn't make a mud boat just to make a mud boat. It was a lot more than just adding another boat to our lineup to say that we had one. We felt like there was some really good mud boats. And we felt like we have revolutionized the outboard boat game with the Timber Reaper, and it was time to do the same thing with the mud boats. So traditionally a mud boat would be, you know, a flat setup, mud, shallow marshes, mud flats, skinny water, but open water. You know, you've got room for it to turn. It doesn't matter if the boat slides. So we wanted the boat to do well at those things, but also for our application being in the woods in Arkansas, like it has to turn. Like the boat sliding's not an option, because if you slide, you're wrecking. Like we're in tight timber situations. Typically, you know, we need to be stout. We need to be able to get over logs. We need to be able to run shallow, but we've got to have the maneuverability that we become used to with an outboard setup. So like the traditional environment that people expect a mud boat to shine on is a low water year. Well, the way that we like to hunt, the way a lot of people like to hunt, is you're chasing a water line. So you're constantly hunting in shallow water. So that becomes such a tool to get to the area you want to be in versus an outboard and just encountering trash in the woods, not as much as a true mud aspect. But I mean, when you're in the woods and it's flooded, like you're dealing with blowdowns, you're dealing with logs, you're just dealing with trash on top of the water and outboards, you know, stopping up impellers. There's so many obstacles that get in the way of an outboard, whereas an air-cooled surface drive engine on the back of a really tough mud boat just enables you to keep moving. You know, it's not you're not having to stop and go around logs. So in an atmosphere where you hunt, that's a first come, first served situation, and time matters, I think a surface drive is really the quickest way to get there. I think this boat is for somebody that's not just a duck hunter in Arkansas. I mean, this is somebody that likes to fish, get in the skinny water. Maybe they bow fish, maybe they go to South Louisiana or other coastal areas and fish and have to get in some tighter situations, and maybe it's mud flats, maybe it's running just skinny areas, but also needs to use this boat in Arkansas. I mean, the fact of the matter is boats are expensive. So if somebody has multiple applications for a boat, this is a great boat for them, because not everybody can have 3 boats sitting in the yard. Yeah, like for my personal use with this boat when we were testing it was obviously in Arkansas during duck season. So what I really loved about it is this boat could take me to a lot of places that I could barely walk to. So, I mean, there was times where I would be running and not even really realizing how shallow the water was until I let all the way off of it, and it's like the boat just stopped because I'm sitting on the ground and it'd be 1 or 2 inches deep. So this boat drafts extremely shallow, but it gets you there quick. So like we saw speeds that are better than what we've seen out of typical mud boats, because there is some outboard boat, some Timber Reaper DNA in this boat. It does lift up and perform that way, where we saw better speeds than what we've seen out of competitors' mud boats. We saw better handling, and we just saw extreme toughness. So like the boat was very tough, man. We put this thing through the ringer this duck season. I mean, it hunted 60 days with 5 or 6 different people driving the boat, and I mean, everybody drove it like a rented Buick. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter is it got treated like a borrowed boat, because it was one. And I'm really proud of it. I mean, at the end of the season, we were still out running outboards through the woods. So that's all you can really ask for. We're going to keep it simple. We're only building 4 sizes: 1653, 1656, 1753, and 1756. This is a 5086 alloy boat. They're all 125, 2-deck configurations, mid-deck or high deck. And then other than that, it's the same options you've become used to with a Timber Reaper. So we're going to have some video production out, obviously, and there'll be a lot of information on the website. So if you want to know more, check the website out, get with any of our dealers, follow us on social media, and look for some more information coming out. You don't want that mud. Nobody wants some of that.